Okay, in this brief exercise, we're going to talk about exporting a finished audio product and how to basically do that. So if you look here, we have a multi-track session, and this is a very long piece of audio. And mostly, it's voice. And occasionally we have music, where you can see where that's being done there. So several pieces going all the way over here. And you can see how one track covers another. And so if you play just a little bit of that, you would get something like this.
Because I'm not at support, some more grudgingly than others. Very well, Sally said. We've got some planning to do.
And so here we have our musical interlude. And then we pick up the outro down here.
This concludes episode 2 of Window in the Sky.
So if we were going to export this file, what we would do is go up here and go to File, Export, Multitrack Mixdown, because we're going to save this as a single file with all these different pieces. Go to the entire session, and you would get this dialog box. And so generally, you export as an MP3 file. And you also get to look at all these other settings here as well. For example, you can have 128 kilobytes per second, or you can choose any number of the other ones. This happens to be the one that the manufacturer required for what I was doing. And then you can choose a variable, but I typically leave it constant, so that way everything's going to be the same. And you can also choose a sample rate. In this case, this is rather important. If it's mono, which is perfectly all right for reads or anything like that, you could go here and change it from mono, stereo, or 5.1. So you can put same as source if you're working on music. And so those are the things that you want to look for. The sample rate, you have any number of ranges. Beyond a certain point, it becomes rather ridiculous. But you want to make sure that you're particularly following any manufacturer's instructions and the bit depth. Typically 24 or 32 are good. And there you go. You can also, of course, choose a different type of audio file. So for example, instead of an MP3, you could choose a WAV file or a QuickTime file, whatever it is that you want to do. And then basically you would give it a name. Put it somewhere on your system, and that name is fine, and then just basically say OK, and it will make that mixed out.